I'll be reacting to Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer episode 1. I'll be watching it from Crunchyroll's website. Currently, the episode's got 29 likes, 3 dislikes, so I'll give it an extra like so it's got even 30 likes. And now I'll be starting off my reaction in 1, 0, go! Ooh boy, I'm excited for this. I always love seeing some new anime premieres. Hell yeah. Huh. Going by the way she looks like she's contemplating some kind of serious topic. Huh. Okay. His nose. I like how you looked a bit too. It's really serious there. Okay. You know, by the start of this opening song, this might actually end up being one of the better opening songs. Damn. Okay. At least the instrumental work that's behind the opening, I dig it. I have a feeling I'm gonna like that glasses lady a lot. She looks hilarious and clumsy. Type of character I like. Kinda, even though there's not a lot of animation going on in the opening, I dig the character designs. Oh, now it's gonna make me wonder, is this gonna be one of the openings where it's gonna utilize some of the animation in its opening in an actual episode, though? A la the Don't Hurt Me, My Healer series? I mean, not that I mind. Although some bits definitely do look like they wouldn't be able to repurpose them from an episode. Like the hammer hitting the earth definitely feels like something they'd only have in an opening. All right, now it's here. You know, I'd be fucking screaming at all this. Oh. I'd be pinching myself if I saw something like that talking. That's a lot for someone to like take in all at once. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't blame her if he thought it was some kind of prank. Yo, I would have just gently put him outside the door. What the fuck? I'd have been like too scared of. I mean, shit, I don't even think I'd be that savage to be utilizing that much force just in case that cute little critter got hurt. I mean, the dude just invaded his house. I wouldn't blame. That's actually pretty impressive. I wonder how many languages that lizard can speak. Is he gonna flush him down the toilet? Well, damn! This dude's a fucking savage. I like he. It actually is. Mm-hmm. What the lizard's doing is trespassing. The thing is, though, if he's gonna want to convince someone like her boy, he's gonna have to show some proof. I like how he gives like 0 fucks. Does that lizard have some kind of like teleportation abilities? The thing is, though, the source of the stress is this motherfucking lizard. The animation looks a little bit wonky with some characters wonky in the background while they're obviously talking, but they're not moving their mouths. But other than that, though, for the most part, the animation's been competent so far. I love how that's the question she had. I mean, who would hold a service for? I guess some people would hold a service for a random animal. I understand holding that for an animal you say have had for a pet for quite a while. For some random animal, I just can't see the reason for it. But then again, I guess some people would do it. Or maybe both, just to play it safe. The thing is, though, who wouldn't in his shoes? Yeah, I guess that means he's a fucking natural then if he just did it like that. I would probably use it for crazy shit that I was unfamiliar with it just for shits and giggles, though. Oh, I just love how she doesn't hold back any punches. Oh, honestly, though, she is. Yeah. Oh, shit, that's kind of badass. I'm assuming it could. I mean, if he would have the power to save the world potentially, then he'd probably have the capabilities of killing someone. Was that necessary? What the fuck? Oh! He deserves to be slapped. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. What he did kind of was a bit asholish, though, admittedly. Oh. I'm thinking out in reality that, yeah, what the lizard's saying is fucking true. I'm assuming to train potential savers of the world. I mean, what'd be in it for him if he were to help out? If I were him, I would try to at least try to negotiate if I can get any other benefits before I do something crazy like that. You know, I wouldn't blame him for having at least a little bit of paranoia. Whoa, okay, Mr. has some dark shit in his past. To be having those thoughts in his mind. Yeah, the thing is, though. Oh. I mean, he's got his priorities straight. But I don't think, for someone like him to react, he'd probably have to be someone in legitimate danger before he actually even considers wanting to save the world. I would assume he'll step it up, though. Once he's either in danger or someone he knows is in danger. I mean, essentially, he is a pet, though. Whoa! What the fuck? That's a damn good point. Oh, it didn't run by technicalities. I'm assuming that's going to be important for way later on. He's got a fucking point. Now the question is, though, the dude looks tired. You ain't some kind of natural athlete. Oh. Okay, that thing kind of looks creepy. Yeah, that thing does look like the stuff of nightmares. Huh. What the fuck? Okay, that animation looked a bit stiff when he jumped. I ain't gonna lie. And then when he's sliding, it looked like they just took a still frame and just moved it across the screen. Oh. Really? It's kind of a shame that the animation here looks pretty weak. Oh, who knows? They might. What the fuck is this? I like the premise, but man, the lack of animation is really gonna kill this series, considering that it sets itself up with a premise that is naturally gonna have action. Because it's already giving me Shaman King 2021 vibes. And that ain't a fucking good thing. Like, I like the character. Like, when I mean by vibes, I'm like, the characters are likable, but the animation is going to keep it from being entertaining. Yeah, Asuna has more of the vibe of a fighter than a princess. I love how that's this question. Not anything else about how was he found, what's her goal or motivations, none of that shit. I mean, he's all kind of new to all this shit. I'm not gonna blame him for him not getting it at the snap of a finger. Oh. Kind of feels like that actually would be useful, though. Okay. That means it's got to be in fucking shape then. Yes! That's exactly what I was thinking. He had at least better get something out of it. If he's going to risk his neck. That actually sounds like a fitting award. That sounds like it'd be a boring as hell wish. No, it'd be more like that wish would be impossible to achieve. It has to have teleportation capabilities, but that'd be like a wish would be impossible to achieve if the world is in danger, though. If there was and he doesn't give oh. I like how now it's become so fucking he's become so paranoid. He thinks that he could be attacking him own, but I like this. It makes it a little bit more tense. Damn it, the CGI effects of the water does look pretty good though. But honestly, though, he's gonna have no choice but to fight because it's like I understand him having reservations the first time. But the thing is, though, there ain't gonna be any peaceful life if the world's gonna be destroyed, though. That's the thing. And he saw how powerful the enemies are. Aw, I gotta like that selflessness from her. Wait, what? Okay, well, that's fucking convenient. I'm pretty sure, though, that even if they don't. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, man, that's adorable. Our boy hasn't done shit. Oh! Oh! I like how you just put oil into the fucking flame. I like how she didn't want him to get close to something. Now he's like, "Oh, is she not good enough for you?" I gotta admit, that comedy was pretty good. Oh, damn! I don't think he would want to challenge that shit. Yeah, he'd probably fucking puke all his food out if he were to try that. Aw, it's fucking adorable. But the thing is, our guy doesn't look like a bad guy either, so I could see why she'd be inclined to trusting him. And if she's gonna be around him with our boy being a knight and her being a princess, they might as well at least start trusting each other. Okay, now this is nice. If this sets him up to take this shit more seriously, that's gonna be some good shit. I think if they would have shown him that first, he'd have been gung ho of taking this shit seriously. Okay. Oh, well, he can't do anything about it by himself. I love how he's so confident about that. Yeah, what is she gonna do? I'm pretty sure she'll be fine. She'll have like, I'm assuming she has master of her abilities where it's not gonna cause her any damage. Whoa! Don't get me wrong. This moment is decent and all. The animation. I mean, at least the animator tried a little bit harder that time. At least it wasn't a still, but. Okay, this chick is gutsy. Oh. Okay. Yeah, right. I like her. I like her. Okay, she's got a lot of fun in her. Looks like. Oh. I like how she calls it little Lucifer. All right. Gotta say, the start wasn't bad. The only issues here is the script. The script of the episode's good. Like, the writing's good. But man, though, the animators and whoever's in charge of the art team need to do a better job because that's what's really dragging down the first episode for me. It's honestly, this is one of the worst animated first episodes I've seen this season because I've seen all the non-sequel, spin-off premieres. But at the same time, the characters are endearing, so it ain't like it doesn't have any positive elements. And I guess I should have known that was going to happen because the opening looked pretty badly animated. For opening standards, didn't feel like there was a lot of animation going on. And then the CD doesn't have a lot of animation going on too. But in saying that, the ED song itself is good, and the opening songs, both of the songs for the ED and opening were good. It's just, yeah, the animation, whew, it leaves way more to be desired. But I gotta admit, though, this song is good. I'm gonna have to find the full version of it, though. All right, I hope it has a preview. And hopefully, if it does have a preview, it looks better than the first episode. Okay, I guess it's not gonna. Oh. Next about Amiya, Yugi, and Hoshi Samidare. All right. Here's what I'm going to rate this episode overall. If I had to rate this episode overall on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, here's what I'm going to rate this episode. A 4.75 out of 10. It's below average, and it isn't because of writing. Just so you know, I like the characters in the episode, so it ain't because the characters suck. The characters are actually good. But holy fuck, was this one of the most laziest animated episode 1s I've seen this season. It was fucking pathetic visually. I mean, it didn't even feel like I was watching animation. It felt like I was watching a PowerPoint presentation with how badly done it was. And the worst part is, they didn't put any effort into the fucking opening too. What the fuck? Like, normally, even a cheaply produced production like Shaman King 2021, the animation in the series may have been an eyesore, but at the very least, they put fucking effort into their opening. This series didn't even have that. So I'm just like, ooh, boy, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. And holy fuck, no wonder why the studio ain't good animation-wise. They're the ones that did Thermite Romani Novaje, which, don't get me wrong, I like that series, but that series was an action-based. But even though it was comedic-centered, the animation for that series wasn't that good. They did Gloomy Bear. The animation in that series wasn't pretty at all. Oh, fuck. Yeah, the resume of this series, and they also did Dramatical Murder. Oh, and I remember that series not being so good either. A damn shame, because honestly, I like the characters. So that y'all don't think, Enemy Kim, I'm just a hater. No, I'm not a hater, but let me just break down. Let me talk about the positives first before I go on to the negatives. I do like characters like Yuhi, though. It was realistic that Yuhi had the whole mindset of, what in the hell am I going to get in for it? Because if it had been just like, oh yeah, I'm so gung-ho about trying to save the world, yay! I'd be like, okay, that's a little bit unrealistic, because most people would be asking, what in the world will be in it for them to be partaking in so much risk of trying to do something like saving the world? So I do like that about our cast of characters. And something else that this episode had going for it too. I like how when it comes to Yui, I like how practical he was, how he just tried to like throw the lizard out, how he didn't want to deal with any of this shit. And I even love how you have some bits of humor too, like when he just uplifted the skirt of his sensei just to motherfucking test his abilities. I'm like, this motherfucker. Then when he ended the whole comments of, I can also see all the moles, I'm like, what the fuck? In like a good way. Like, it adds a lot of comedic charm to our main protagonist. And a lot of random humor too. And it led to a perfect segue where afterwards the teacher didn't want our boy anywhere near her own sister. I thought that was kind of hilarious. That's why I do like the comedic timing for the episode. And I also did like, not just that, but I like Sami as a character too, because at the very least, when it comes to Sami, I love how, even though, yes, she should have all reasons to doubt someone like our main boy Yuhi. She doesn't do that, and instead she chooses the tougher route of actually having faith in him. I thought that made her a bit of an endearing character. And just her gustiness too, where she risks her own life and falling off of the high point of the school just to try to get Yuhi to join her side. That was some gutsy ass shit. And seeing that type of gutsiness does make her a little bit more of a memorable character. And again, even though they didn't show much of the sensei, I thought the sensei was kind of funny, to her credit. So that's why, looking at these factors, I thought the characters were pretty nice. And I like the premise too, where they've only got a certain amount of time to save the world. And I even love how it adds tension too, by mentioning the fact that when it comes to when it comes to at least to our main character, he can't take on an enemy by himself. He needs to do it in a group because they're just that strong. So I love how it establishes stakes, where it mentions the fact that our main characters, they're not going to be able to muscle through their opposition. They're going to have to actually work together to be able to actually make any sense of progress in the story. So that's what I really, really did like about this episode. does a great job of putting a cap, at least seemingly putting a cap into the strength of its main characters. And I do like the lizard character. I thought he was pretty funny. So that's why I thought the writing was good. Now, in saying that, though, since this series is an action series off of just the vibe of the first episode, it ain't a fucking good thing, though, that the action scenes in this episode look like shit. Like, from the simple sequences of our boy jumping or even saving Sami, those bits look pretty bad. Like, you can tell there was, like, no effort put into them. It kind of just, and no, that does affect my enjoyment of the series, because it's like, if part of the premise of the series is the world being saved, if the action scenes are going to look like crap, then what is the point of an existence of this series? Someone would be better off just reading the manga. So that's pretty much one of the major issues. Like, yeah, the characters are likable, but likable characters can't really supersede everything if the action scenes are going to look bad, unfortunately. And that's pretty much what this first episode was. It really did look like a unevenly done production. And I'd say the only positive I can say about the visual style is that I like the art style, even though the episode wasn't fluid. At least the character designs were pretty memorable to its credit, so I will give it credit for at the very least of that. But in saying that, though, I do hope this series decides to actually put in a bit more effort into episode 2, because if it doesn't do that, woo, boy. And before I go on, yeah, you could also make the argument that this episode kind of had a bit of cliche jokes that you would see in a lot of these type of anime when it comes to, yeah, the type of humor you would get in a lot of these type of anime. Like, for example, the whole bit where he uploaded the script with the sensei was kind of a joke you would see in anime of this type. But in saying that, though, even though, yes, it did have humor that you would see in these type of anime, I thought they presented jokes like that well enough to the point where it worked. But in saying that, though, I really do hope it does more impressive shit next week, though, because if it doesn't, this is going to end up being one of, I wouldn't say the worst anime of the season, but it's going to end up being one of the weaker anime of the season. At least with the way this series is going so far. But yeah, that's why I thought, unfortunately, this episode, it was a bit on the weaker side. But I'm saying that it has me curious enough to want to check out more episodes, though. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I would love to hear your thoughts on how you feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and also be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And I hope you have a fantastic day or night, everyone. Bye-bye, y'all.